Here's an employee records file. Looks fine at a glance. But somewhere in here, the same person is listed twice, maybe with a different ID, maybe with a salary that doesn't match, maybe with a name that's one letter off. And in a payroll file, missing one of these isn't just a data problem. I'll come back to that. But first, let's try the tool most people reach for. And then let's see what it misses. Let's go. Conditional formatting. Duplicate values. Let's start with the employee ID column. There you go, 8 flagged, indicating 4 duplicates. These are real duplicates. Now let's run it on the email column too. 6 more, indicating 3 more hits. Row 32, Rachel Brown, 2 R's, highlighted this time because the email matches the email from row 13, but only because someone reused the same email. If they had typed in a different email address, like using both R's within that email to follow the misspelling, conditional formatting would have missed her completely. Row 33, Sarah M. Mitchell, highlighted, not a duplicate employee number, but the email appears here. And it also appears on row number 5. This is your cue to research this one as well. And row 34, Marcus Webb, conditional formatting flagged this one as a duplicate of Nicole Adams on row 15. Different name, different department, different title, different start date. These are 2 different people. Conditional formatting doesn't know that. It just sees a matching string. Did both of them get assigned the same email address? Is this a copy and paste error? Follow-up needed on this one as well. But here's one hiding in plain sight. Row 30, John Lee, not highlighted. His email looks identical to Jonathan Lee in row 22, but there's a trailing space after that address. Excel sees 2 different strings, missed entirely. That's the gap. If you want to see exactly how I set up the conditional formatting, I've linked the short below. And that's not to say that conditional formatting doesn't work. It does, as long as you have clean data. Look, you could add a COUNTIF to cross-reference columns, but you'd still need to know which columns to check. You would need to build that formula correctly and repeat it for every potential match. Or you could use just 3 prompts. Let me show you what actually catches everything. Open your browser and go to chatgpt.com and sign in. The free account works for everything we're doing today. Before we go further though, if you're working with real employee data, go to Settings, Data Controls, and turn this off. Takes 10 seconds, do it once. It'll stay off going forward unless you change it back. Okay, now drag your file straight into the chat, the same file we ran through Excel. ChatGPT now has access to every row, every inconsistency, every problem hiding in there. Today we're using ChatGPT, we're using the free tier. In future episodes, we'll mix it up between different tools depending on what works best for the task. Okay, here's our approach. We're going to diagnose before we fix. I'm not asking ChatGPT to change anything yet. I'm just asking it to look. I'm going to paste prompt 1. Keep in mind, I'll pin these to the post below. You can pause it here and take note, or you can wait until you're done watching the video and you can copy and paste them from the comments pinned below. Let's submit. Now, as you can see, it's going to break down the list of issues that I'd encountered. And I'll just scroll down. You can see these yourself. And then at the end, it's going to give you a quick summary. Okay, let's fix it. We're going to ask it to flag issues instead of deleting. And don't forget, you are the human in the loop. Here's prompt 2. Again, I'm going to make sure that this is pinned at the bottom of the video. Last prompt. This turns the clean flag data into something ready to hand off. And here you see a brief summary of what it did. You see a deliverable that we're going to go ahead and download next. 1 chat thread, 3 prompts, about 10 minutes of walkthrough, seconds of actual prompting, and all in 1 chat. Conditional formatting flagged 4 employee IDs on the employee ID column, 3 more on the email column, but we had to run the process for each column we wanted to check. AI flagged the same items detected by conditional formatting, but it also flagged the edge case we identified earlier. And it standardized the dates and salary column formats. Value added, the difference is obvious. The same file, same data, different tools, different results. Quick note on the free plan. ChatGPT limits how many messages free users can send within a given window. This workflow uses 3 prompts, so you're well inside that limit for a typical session. If you hit the cap though, you wait for a reset, or you can always upgrade. Same results either way, whether you use the free plan or paid plan. Here's why this matters for a file like this. Duplicate employee records aren't just a data quality problem. They're a payroll risk. A duplicate record that clears review means a duplicate payment. And depending on how your payroll process works, that might not surface until an audit or until someone flags this as fraud. At that point, you're not looking at a spreadsheet cleanup. You're looking at an overpayment recovery, a compliance review, or worse. Earlier, I showed you how to turn off model training in ChatGPT settings. That's a good habit for any sensitive file. But if the file feeds directly into payroll or HR decisions, a settings toggle isn't enough. That conversation belongs with an experienced bookkeeper or accountant, not on a free tool, and definitely not in a freelance marketplace. For everything else, a free account, a file you already had, and 3 prompts in plain English. That's all it took. That's it for this episode. The prompts from today are pinned in the comments below. Copy them and use them on your own files. My question for you this week: what type of duplicate problems cause you the most pain? Is it exact row copies, mismatched IDs, name variations, something else? Drop it in the comments. Tell me what to automate next. Quick note before you go. This video may contain content created or assisted by AI tools during production or demonstration. AI outputs are probabilistic and non-deterministic. Results may vary between sessions and should always be reviewed before acting on them. All data shown in this video is fictitious and used for demonstration purposes only. Any resemblance to real businesses, transactions, or individuals is purely coincidental. All product names, logos, and trademarks shown or referenced are the property of their respective owners. Reference to any product or service does not constitute endorsement. If this saved you time or money, hit that like button right now. It tells YouTube this is worth showing to other people who need it. And subscribe if you want the next one. By the way, we occasionally include links to tools and resources referenced in our episodes. When we do, you'll find them in the description below.